Hi Star Fam. Welcome to the Star Fam Collective. Just in my chair. Okay, let's get started. Hope everybody's doing good. I'm gonna just start shuffling, get right into the reading. Hope everyone is having a wonderful March. All right, God, can you give me a message card for the Star Fam Collective? Oops. When I cultivate a spiritual connection, I can trust the universe no matter what. The universe is always conspiring to support me, guide me, and lead me compassionately toward the highest good. Okay, let's get a conscious spirit card. Here we go. Sun Goddess. Got this before. I celebrate each sunrise and recognize the healing energies of the sun. One more. At day's end, rest. I find peace in nature and rest my body and mind in order to connect to spirit. Holy Amethyst, Holy Amethyst, Divine Alchemy. Move beyond current challenges, focus on what you desire. And we also got Faith. Humanity and Benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. Morganite. Are you ready to attract the best of everything? Do you believe the best is yet to come? Make a clear decision to manifest the good in this moment. Don't wait until tomorrow. You are being called to experience spirituality in everyday living. See all the love that is in everything. Archangel Uriel. I am blessed with irresistible love and spiritual affluence. All that I need is always within my reach. Extraordinary love and amazing wealth are always available to me. I have an abundance of spiritual helpers ready to assist me in all areas of my life. Morganite. Let's get some tarot cards. All right. What does the Star Fam Collective need to know today? What messages are there for the Star Fam Collective? Queen of Swords. God, please give us clear messages for the Star Fam Collective. Oh, I got a whole bunch. The Chariot, the Two of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, the Devil, the Hierophant, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Emperor. Okay. Okay. Interesting. All right, we're going to get some Osho Zen Tarot to clarify. So, collective, it looks like sorry, I'm just thinking about it. It looks like the collective is moving forward out of indecision, working on their bag, working on their mission, their job, their home, dealing with some kind of devil, matrixy energy, perhaps from an organization or a fixed person, someone in charge maybe, or someone who wants to be in charge. And the way that fate is going is either affecting an emperor or is turning someone into an emperor. So let's get some clarification and see if we can figure out what is happening. All right, so clarifying Queen of Swords is nothingness. Not necessarily the absence of things, but a state of being in which there are no things to worry about. Let's get another one. Projections, but it came out reversed. So, yeah, that's what I'm getting from this is that someone in the collective in Queen of Swords energy, being logical, precise, honest, straightforward, to the point, maintaining boundaries or establishing new boundaries. Is perhaps the nothingness is giving me a new beginning, like a state before birth. I'm just gonna get one more for that. It landed on the Nine of Pentacles, so it could be work-related. The burden. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is that someone in the collective, in Queen of Swords energy, or someone the collective is dealing with, but I'm getting a healthy Queen of Swords energy from this. It's not reversed, and followed by nothingness. It seems like in this scenario, what's happening is someone in the collective in Queen of Swords energy is creating something from scratch, or starting a new life or a new lease, or if it is a boundaries issue, and the Queen of Swords has very, very good boundaries that she defends. If it is a boundaries thing, someone in the collective is establishing new boundaries, starting almost like creating a new relationship in the place where an old relationship was. Maybe like sort of a tower energy where the old is being swept aside in order to start fresh, followed by projections. Projections is, it's pretty obvious. It talks about sort of that rose-colored glasses, not seeing the situation or the person in front of you for who they are because of your own inner projections, your own inner ideas. And the interesting thing about this card is the man seems to be the woman's projection of the man seems to be that he's a little more scary, or I'm trying to think of a nice word, sort of evilish than he is. And his projection of her is that she's more attractive or seductive than she actually is. They're both kind of normal people projecting like a more Hollywood type of version of their partner onto their partner. So I think falling under the Queen of Swords and nothingness, this is saying that part of what is being created from nothing, or point zero or whatever, is a letting go of the projections. So maybe the Queen of Swords in the past, because she also represents a divorced woman, maybe she'd been dealing with a relationship or a situation that was heavy with projections, or that was unclear. The reality of it wasn't quite clear either to her or others. And with that came a great burden that she was shouldering by herself. And being the Queen of Swords, at a certain point, she's going to get tired of that, and she's going to want to move on and find something that suits her. That's, she wants, her mate is the King of Swords, who is he's like her in the logic and the rationality, and the clear boundaries, and the willingness to cut through the bullshit. Clearly, with projections and the burden falling after nothingness, whatever she was dealing with before was not in her best interest. She was, in fact, burdened by it. Oh, there's a little fruit fly in here. Okay. Next is Chariot. Clarifying the Chariot, we have ripeness, silence, and trust. So moving forward, or what the Queen of Swords is wanting as she moves forward, is for things to come in the right time, in the divine timing. So when it's the right time, when she's ready. The silence lets me know that this is going to be an inner decision. She's going to go within to know when she's ready, and she's willing to put her faith in the universe that there's something better out there for her. That if she goes within and allows for divine timing, she will be able to just sort of trust the universe and let go and float or fly. Let's clarify Two of Swords. So Two of Swords can mean self-imposed isolation. It can mean trying to make a decision, going within to make that decision. It can also be a period of isolation or confusion. The swords being communication, it could even mean, you've heard two versions and you're not quite sure which one to believe. It really depends on the situation. So following under her, we got the Miser. Traveling. And aloneness. So maybe she's been reflecting on, and again, the Queen of Swords doesn't have to be a woman or a female energy. It could be a man also in Queen of Swords energy. But here, during the decision or affecting the decision or the moment of reflection, she's taking a moment out, whether it's caused by uncertainty or whether she wants to go over the situation and the evidence and the information and make a really clear decision. It's almost like the scales, the balancing. So while she's thinking about this decision, perhaps she's reflecting on the Miser or someone in miserly energy, someone selfish, greedy, keeping resources or hoarding resources. Traveling and aloneness. So maybe the collective or someone in the collective in Queen of Swords energy is wondering whether they should move forward alone, or perhaps thinking that in the past there was too much giving, and in the now there's more of a focus on self and self-reliance, to carry only the burdens that are your own forward. That's kind of what I'm getting from the Miser, traveling, and aloneness. All right, let's get some more clarification for the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is pre-Empress energy. It's creative energy. The woman in the garden has planted seeds and she's nurtured them with the 7 and the 8 of Pentacles. And in the 9 of Pentacles, she's in her abundant garden and she's able to walk around and really check everything out, enjoy it, and decide what's ready to harvest and what's not quite ready. So falling under her, we have fighting, the Master, and moment to moment. So you might be in a state of mind, someone in the collective might be in a state of mind where they're going over everything that they've planted and nurtured and put their heart and soul and their work into, and they're assessing what's really worth their energy and what isn't. The fighting card, the fighter or the warrior isn't in a current fight, but he's remembering a fight or imagining a fight. But the fighters in his mind are made out of clouds or smoke, meaning they're not real. So perhaps in the past, some of what her work was going into was I'm getting being drained of energy, going over fights that really didn't involve her or concern her, but were sort of in the background, perhaps interrupting her work or whatever she puts her time and energy into. And she's learning now to become the master. This card talks about self mastery. Um, and that the master not only masters himself, but his connection to the world around him, right? So, and then moment to moment is again pretty straightforward. It's just one step at a time, taking one step at a time. So, I think what's happening here is that someone in the collective is focusing on how they use their energy and their time, thinking about how they have used and given their time to others, mastering themselves through the process of wise use of time and energy in the present and the future, and exploring that moment to moment, so as not to get overwhelmed, but also to make sure that everything gets done. The Nine of Pentacles is a careful energy. She's going to check that entire garden. She's going to assess what's ripe and ready to harvest and what's, maybe needing to be weeded or gone over again or whatever. All right, let's get some clarification for the Devil. Also, I would like to point out about the Devil card something that I learned a couple years ago, watching someone else's reading. I can't remember who it was, but I've never forgotten this little bit of information. The two people, I guess you're supposed to cover them up. Let me do it like this. The two people in chains, the chains around their neck are loose, and they can choose to just slip them off and be free. It's only their own thoughts and their own self-limitations that keep them bound there. All right, let's get some clarification. Devil, we have Source. What else? Creativity. And stress. So the Devil energy, or the whatever is binding or feels binding, because I mean, what really is binding, right? The collective, or someone in the collective, seems to have been dealing with the Devil energy. Whether that's a feeling or an actual state or an actual person, or it's just you're haunted by demons or whatever. But again, that Devil energy can be walked away from very easily. You just have to realize the chain is loose around your neck and you can slip it off your head and walk away. So it's more about, instead of being like physically chained or tied to something that you cannot escape, it's more of a mentality, right? And that's clarified by the Source, creativity, and stress. It's very confusing. I think what I'm getting from this is that there's no need to worry about the past influences of limitation, okay? The source indicates that you can just go to the source. Just go to God, go to the source, go to the universe. And what it has for you is infinite. So whatever limitations someone in the collective was dealing with, nothing beats God. God trumps everything, okay? You have to think of creation as a hierarchy. They call it stair-step creation, but you can just think of it as like a pyramid, like a hierarchy, like most businesses, right? There's a lot of people who work in a corporation, but only one person is the CEO of the corporation, and that's always going to be God. So while we on earth, in our incarnated vessels, dealing with the matrix, which is an illusory system, it's like a bad dream of being trapped, right? That's just a dream or an image or an idea. It's really that simple. It's just you're dealing with like an interface. You're dealing with something that is overlaid on the planet Earth, a false reality with false beliefs, right? That limits and creates lack and systems of lack, and it sustains them, right? But none of that, that's really hard when you're incarnated on Earth to deal with. It's very hard to deal with the matrix. It's very hard to deal with the hierarchical system. And a lot of people never break out of the matrix, and they spend their whole lives mentally enslaved, right? And some people work really hard to break out of it, but can't seem to find the right pieces to do so. But again, these are old paradigms that we're moving out of and into new paradigms, more expansive Age of Aquarius type paradigms where anyone can do anything. They might just need some help from their friends, right? So what this is showing me is that the devil, followed by source and creativity, indicates that whatever limitations someone in the collective has been experiencing, whatever it is, if you draw from God, if you connect to God, source, the universe, whatever you believe in, the highest power that you believe in, if you connect to it, you are no longer in lack. You are no longer held back. You are no longer trapped. You are no longer subject to those conditions of the matrix. You can move beyond them because the highest power is beyond them, okay? That doesn't mean that God doesn't want us to learn certain lessons by going through certain difficult challenges on Earth. But it does mean that above all the challenges, above all the system, above all the lack, above all the restriction, is the infiniteness of Source. Creativity following Source gives me that whoever in the collective this is resonating with can create. They are a creative being. They are capable of creating beautiful things, and they are drawing that energy by connecting to Source. Followed by stress, I'm seeing this energy as a warning sign to not do more than necessary. In moment to moment, we sort of take it one step at a time, and I think that that is a very good message going forward, to not juggle too much all at once. And if you see here the monkey down here, he is about to pop this balloon that the guy juggling all the candlesticks is on. So there might be a warning to watch out for what's going on underneath you. Make sure that you're stable and grounded. Watch out for mischievous monkeys wanting to pop your bubble. You've already got a lot going on, but again, if you can do less, right? Maybe take a little bit longer, maybe slow down a bit, handle maybe only one or two major priorities at once. Then you won't be as overwhelmed, and you will probably be able to look out for these mischievous monkeys wanting to pop your bubble. All right, what is the Hierophant? Let's get some clarification for the Hierophant. Sorry about the knocking. I don't know what that is. politics. All right. So the Hierophant can be a number of things. It can represent a formal leader, like a religious leader, or kind of higher up in a system, existence. It can also represent needing that kind of advice, that sort of wise leader advice. So the collective could be the Hierophant or dealing with the Hierophant. That's clarified by politics, which represents the sort of fakeness of the world, how certain things are illusions. Existence, which is sort of the opposite. It's like source, sort of an endless source of energy, creativity, all kinds of things going on there. And totality, which is really giving yourself fully to a situation. What I'm getting from this is that there might be a desire to look to someone for mentorship or leadership, maybe to find someone to emulate, someone who's done it before, again, like a mentor. And this is warning us that we need to watch out for fake duplicitous people in positions of leadership. That's not going to get us anywhere. And we need to focus on or relax into our own existence and the sort of smallness of our being, the fact that we're one part of the universe, we're one being in the universe, we're surrounded by other beings, all types, other star systems, galaxies, universes, what have you. And that our main focus here on Earth is really experiencing our own existence, just being yourself, being at one with everything, right? And totality, again, is giving yourself full. The person is letting go of the hands, trusting that whoever has her feet won't drop her. So there might be a need for the collective to, if you're searching for mentors or you're searching for an established organization or something, to watch out for fakes and duplicitous people, scammers, whatever, to focus on, like, your role is to be yourself, and your role is to find your own way to walk your path, and your path to God, your path to a higher version of you, a better version of you. And do it humbly, but do it as yourself, Just as there are so many other things happening in the universe, you yourself are one important thing that is happening in the universe at this moment in time. And to just give yourself to that, to trust that if you are being you and you are connecting to the universe around you from a pure state of being, not a fake political or religious state, but like a real authentically you state, that you can let go and you can trust the universe. All right, Wheel of Fortune. We have We Are the World, but it was reversed. Slowing down. Outsider. So the Wheel of Fortune talks about fate taking a hand, the wheel spinning back in the other direction, needing to learn a lesson. It has the fixed astrology signs on it. So for fixed signs, they tend to take a while to learn things. It's not that they're slow learners, but they're slow to take what they've learned and apply it to their own lives. That's the part about them that is slow. And all of the, you can see, all of the beings, they all have a book. So they're studying, they're learning lessons, right? They're in school. So as fate is kind of working independently, the beings that have incarnated are all studying and all learning their lessons. And then we have that clarified by we are the world reversed, which gives me a sense of, because like upright, everyone's connected, but reverse, it could indicate a lack of connection, a lack of feeling part of a group or part of a larger team. And then with slowing down in the outsider, again, the outsider, the lock on the door is unlocked. So it's a feeling of being excluded, not actually being excluded, sort of like the way the devil is a feeling of being trapped, but it's not, you're not actually trapped. You just need the awareness that you can slip off the chain, or you can unwrap the chain and open up the gate and walk through the gate. So they're awareness-based experiences. So with Wheel of Fortune, we are the world reverse, slowing down, and the outsider. What I'm getting is that currently the collective, the Starfam collective, is dealing with feeling isolated or needing to connect to fellow lightworkers. Starseeds are Starfam. Maybe you're on a personal level, your own guides, your own ancestors, those types of beings. And that through slowing down, we'll be able to more carefully examine which groups we belong in and which groups we don't. Okay, and the Emperor, and I mean, you could apply that if you're dealing with a work situation. It could be like, oh, I want to be part of the team at work, but I'm not sure where best my energy should go. Oops. Emperor. Oh, the breakthrough. The dream. One more. Oops. Change. Okay, so the Emperor is a very wise leader. He's someone who has mastered all four kings in the areas ruled by all four kings in the deck. And he's also the Hierophant, I believe. So he's really kind of the alpha of the entire deck. I'm sure he would love to hear me say that. Being an Aries. Yeah, but the point is the Emperor, he is like the male version of the Empress. He has his stuff together, he's done it all, he's mastered many areas of life, all the areas of life really, and that's why he's able to sit regal on his throne and make wise decisions from that place, followed by breakthrough, which talks about, breaking through, ending whatever was solid and sort of breaking out of it and birthing something new within yourself. The energy, the light is coming from within him. Followed by the dream and change. I would say that someone in the collective, or the collective as a whole, is stepping into Emperor energy, is maintaining Emperor energy, or is learning how to become or be the Emperor. There's a breakthrough. So whatever was stopping the collective from moving into Emperor energy, whatever restriction that was, that has been broken through. That is eliminated as a blockage, and something new is being born. Here we see the dream, so it could represent a couple things. I'm getting that there's new love coming in to someone in the collective. Maybe it hasn't arrived yet, and so they're dreaming about it, or maybe it already has arrived, and it was sort of like exactly what you wanted, exactly what you were dreaming of. In the card, we see the woman sitting alone and thinking about a couple. We are assuming she's the female in the couple, so she's imagining herself in a loving, healthy, happy relationship. So maybe there was something holding the collective or someone in the collective back. It could have been this projection and burden that came in the beginning. Just kind of look at these two. Could have been this energy, and maybe that's why there's a need to think about traveling alone, moving on alone, letting go of old ideas, overcoming doing too much or giving too much, finding authenticity in your own being and turning away from fakes, trusting the universe has something for you, that it's saving for you, recognizing a need to connect, but slowing down so that you can find just the right people to connect with, whether that's groups, work, or romance, or family. I don't think it really matters. I feel like everyone is on their own unique experience, and everyone else to us is sort of an other or an outsider or someone else, someone different, not us, right? So all relationships, whether they're business, personal, family, romance, they all affect us, not exactly in the same way, but in similar ways, right? So it's really important, no matter what your situation, that you find what's best for you in terms of where you give your energy and attention, who you spend time with, who you connect with, who you make groups with, who you work on projects with, all that stuff. And a lot of it we can't control, but a lot of it we can control. So put your focus on what you can control and find the right groups, the right people for you. Be willing to take time alone to really understand your decisions and what you really are looking for when it comes to connecting with others, right? And change coming at the end indicates to me that this emperor, or whoever's in emperor energy or moving into emperor energy, is going to shed the past, break through the blocks, focus on their dreams, whether it's romantic or not. I feel romantic with this card, but it could be as simple as I want to be with people who love me for who I am, or I want to be with people who make me feel safe and loved, or I want to be with people where I can be myself and they're being their self and we're getting along harmoniously. It can be a lot of things, and the fact that change is the last card indicates to me that, along with Wheel of Fortune, indicates to me that this is either headed for someone in the collective, or someone in the collective has recently, I would say within the last few years or months, started this process of sort of, I mean, it sounds kind of mean, but weeding their garden, and deciding which plants are best suited to them in their garden and which ones they don't need to be spending their time cultivating. Okay, let's get some mess deck. And we'll just see. We have, God, can you give the Star Fam Collective some clear messages from the mess deck? I got coworker. So someone might be dealing with a coworker or coworkers, maybe perhaps wondering which of the coworkers or which group of coworkers is the one that they belong with. Or it could indicate like a coworker on your life, like a life partner. Only you know what applies to you. You have to be your own leader of discernment. Wow, it just does not want to give me any. I'll shuffle it one more time. Yeah. I'll try it one more time. And if not, we'll just grab some. Just grab some randomly. Whoops. That's too many. Okay. Stepping down. File. Demon possessed. Creep. Okay. So maybe someone in the collective is dealing with someone who seems demon possessed and creepy. Maybe the file has something to do with it. I'm not sure. Siblings. Reassess. Runaway. Waterfront. Take care of yourself. Employee. Bonus money. Independent, but it was reversed, so not independent. Put this here. Demon, again, but reversed. Heaven. And exercise. Okay, I'm gonna grab some from the other mess deck. So, maybe someone is having issues with their siblings, or their employer or employee, and maybe there's a need to take care of yourself and exercise in order to get some kind of money coming in, bonus or something, and heaven. Maybe independent and demon reversed indicate that someone in the collective might need help in order to get rid of a demon. It doesn't have to be a literal demon. It can just be someone on demon time or someone in low vibrational negative energy. All right, we have Karma, Jezebel. Not a fan. All right, God, can you give us some messages from the mess deck, some clear messages for the Star Fam Collective? Okay, we have Divine. You are a starseed. That's your message from God for today. Seduction reversed. And God loves you reversed. So maybe someone that's so weird. Maybe someone is trying to seduce someone in the collective in order to mess with their connection to God. On top we have giving back, but it was reversed. So not giving back or need to give back. Love reversed. Oops. Divine Masculine, reversed. They did it anyway, reversed. And Death, upright. Oh, and also doing way too much. And ex-lover, reversed. So maybe that's who someone in the collective is leaving behind, is it looks like Karma, Jezebel, Divine. Someone's getting karma. Someone in Jezebel energy is getting karma from the Divine. You are a star seed. These two reverse we already talked about. Love, what is this one? Giving back, reverse love, reverse divine masculine. So maybe there's a not so divine masculine or a divine masculine in karmic energy who didn't give back love, or did give back hate. Maybe they did it anyway, but it's reversed. So maybe they didn't do it, or maybe they didn't fully understand what they were doing. Then we have death, so an ending of some kind. It could be a literal death, but not always. And doing way too much, reverse. So maybe what they were doing was negative, or maybe they didn't do enough. I don't know. And then ex-lover, reverse. So there might be someone in the collective's past who is not someone that they should be associating with anymore. Okay, let's get an angel number. 728. Continue on this path as it's bringing you the abundance you desire. Be willing to receive guidance and all the gifts heaven offers you. And let's get you a herbiary card. What herbal plant does the collective need to know about today, God? The plant is important for the collective. Plantain, it's my favorite. Rewild plantain. Just these two together. Okay, plantain. All right. If you let her, Plantain will share stories of wagon trains and ocean crossings and Alexander's shenanigans in Egypt. Given a chance, she'll make a traveler of you, too, drawing you gently out of your comfort zone, moving you from safe to the edge of the wild, pushing the boundaries of civilized behavior, and laughing at your scruples. It will start with a small thing. Plantain might offer a leaf to ease a sting or the itch of poison ivy. Just chew it and spit it on the bite, she'll encourage. Great Aunt Hilda would have a heart attack, you think, while your inner wild child smiles gleefully at this baby step away from civilized. If Plantain appears, it's time to indulge your inner child and seek out your next adventure. Rewild, Plantain, and her Latin name is Plantago Major. So that is true about plantain. Plantain's really good for your skin. It's good for insect stings and bites, cuts, scratches. So if you're ever walking out in the woods or the wilderness or anywhere really outside, and you get stung by something or bitten by something or scratched by something, or you step through something itchy like poison ivy, you can just pick some plantain leaves and chew them up and then spit that onto your wound. You can bandage it if you can. If not, just get it onto your wound. And if you're against spitting on stuff, I mean, you could take it home, brew up a cup of tea, let it cool, and then use that as a rinse on your wound. But plantain is a fantastic healer, and apparently it removes the pain from the sting or the itch. So plantain, very healing. I'm going to also get you a rune. Rune. This one's called Dag. It means prosperity, a new dawn leading to a far better life. That's awesome. All right, the symbolism of this rune is emphasized by the keyword dawn. As the start of another day brings new experiences, so the Dag rune is a good omen, offering the chance of a fresh beginning and the promise of better times ahead. It is a very optimistic and positive rune to have in a reading. Study of the runes around it will show the nature of what is to come in the future. Okay, well, we don't have any other ones. I just picked one. Dag informs the spiritual person that he or she must seek beyond duality for the true reality and meaning of life. Darkness has traditionally been labeled as the evil opposite of light by the monotheistic patriarchal religions which replaced paganism. In pre-Christian religion, however, light and darkness are recognized as complementary opposites, for one cannot exist without the other. The dawn always follows the night. An understanding of this truth will lead the seeker to a new vision of the universe and their role in it. Light and darkness are balanced energies without whose interplay the cosmos would not exist. Dag symbolizes the point where these forces are polarized and synthesized at the same time to create reality. Dag. All right. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.